Photo Story 3 is a free software available from Microsoft. It is one of the easiest software you can use for creating digital stories. Photo Story works with photos only, as you can tell from its name. So it doesn't support videos. If you would like to use videos in your digital story, you will have to use some other digital storytelling software like Windows Live Movie Maker or vVideo. Otherwise, Photo Story 3 has just the right amount of tools to create a decent digital story with little effort. The software for Photo Story 3 can be downloaded from internet for free. I will show you how to find the software on the internet. You may simply search for the term Photo Story 3 in Google. The first link coming up at the top is the download link for Photo Story 3 from Microsoft. Alternatively, you can go to DISTCO.org website and locate the download link under the resources page. After downloading your installation file, a validation tool from this website will run and check your Windows copy. As long as it is genuine, you will have no problem installing your free Photo Story software. Let's get to using Photo Story. When you start Photo Story 3, you will see a welcome screen with 3 options listed: begin a new story, edit a project, play a story. So we will start with creating a new story. The next window is about importing and arranging your pictures. If you are familiar with PowerPoint, you have blank slides there, and you place your text and media on those slides. In Photo Story, we don't have blank slides. Your pictures actually become your slides. So first thing first, you will have to import some pictures to start creating your story. We will import some pictures to start with. Click Import Pictures and locate the images you would like to insert. You can either select pictures one at a time, or you can do multiple selections by holding down your Control key. Once the pictures are in our timeline, you can change their order by simple dragging and dropping action. You may also use the arrow keys on the right. To delete an image, right-click and delete. Or click the X icon located on the bottom right corner. We have some picture editing tools in this window, such as color correction, red eye correction, rotate counterclockwise, and rotate clockwise. There are additional editing tools available under the Edit menu. Under the Rotate and Crop tab, you will see some rotation tools, as well as cropping tool. Just check the mark next to the crop tool. A rectangle representing the area to be cropped will come up, so select the area you would like to crop and save it. You can move on to the next picture and do another crop on that picture. Just uncheck the crop to reset your image. Under the Auto Fix tab, we have correct contrast, correct color levels, and correct red eye. Under the Add Effect tab, you will see several effects to choose from. These effects can be applied to all pictures if you want to. Just click Reset to undo your actions. You may want to remove black borders around your images. As your pictures can be in different sizes and may not fit to the video window, it is normal to see black borders around some pictures. Photo Story helps you to determine whether you would like to remove these borders with this tool. When you click Remove Black Borders, Photo Story analyzes your pictures and gives you recommendations. It shows you before and after removing the borders from your pictures. Essentially, if you look at it closely, this is just a cropping action, excluding the borders from your images. So this rectangle can be removed or adjusted just like a cropping rectangle. But sometimes, by removing black borders, you may lose important parts of your picture. So it would be up to you to proceed with Remove Black Borders option. If you're okay with the picture in the after box, then just click Yes. Then Photo Story would analyze the next picture in the line and would give you its recommendation. So you can accept these recommendations or reject them depending on your need. You have the option of saying yes to all of these changes. Once all photos are analyzed by Photo Story, you will go back to Import and Arrange your picture window. Before we go to the next section, just would like to point out the little icon at the bottom of each picture in your timeline. This tells us that there is an edit on this picture, and meaning that it is no longer in its original format. The next window is about adding titles and captions to your pictures. You may simply type a title in the provided space. You can change the style of your text by clicking Select Font icon. Here you can change the font color, the font size, and the font type. There are several alignment options available for your text. You can align your title or captions to the left, to the center, to the right horizontally, and to the top, middle, and bottom vertically. Unfortunately, you don't have the ability to move your text freely in Photo Story. The next window is for narrating your pictures and customizing your motion. In order to narrate your pictures, you need to make sure you have a microphone plugged in. You can click on the microphone icon to change your settings. This big red button here is for recording narration. Additionally, you may type your script in this box to aid your memory. So, let's record a narration. Happy birthday, baby panda by John Doe. The baby panda is having his first birthday. You can stop and delete your narration by using these icons. Let's preview our digital story. Happy birthday, baby panda by John Doe. The baby panda is having his first birthday. This little callout icon indicates that there's a recording on this picture. As you could tell from the preview video, the recordings are for individual pictures only. In other words, you cannot record your entire script in one voiceover session and lay over all of your images in Photo Story. You may, however, use a separate program to record your narration for the whole story and then insert that as a music file to your video. We will talk about inserting background music or audio in the next window. Before we move on to the next window for background music, let's take a look at the motion options in Photo Story. Let's click preview our video to see how it looks so far. Happy Birthday Baby Panda by John Doe. The baby panda is having his first birthday. As you can see, my pictures are moving already in my story. Well, these motions were automatically set by Photo Story. You can always customize your motion by clicking the Customize Motion button under Narrate Your Pictures and Customize Motion window. In Motion and Duration tab, you can define your motion by specifying the start and end position of motion. So let's click Preview to see how it looks. Happy Birthday Baby Panda by John Doe. The baby panda is having his first birthday. You can change the duration of an image in Photo Story. By default, the duration is set automatically by Photo Story to 5 seconds. You can lower this number to have your image displayed faster, or increase the number of seconds to make your image appear slower. Let's preview. Similar to motion, we have transition effects in Photo Story. These effects happen between the images when you transition from one image to another. Same way with motion and duration, transitions are set automatically by Photo Story. The default number of seconds to display the transition is set to 1 second in Photo Story. You can always change this number to make your transitions to happen faster or slower. The default transition effect is called crossfade. You may change this transition by selecting another transition effect from the Transitions gallery. Once you click on a particular transition style, you will see a preview of that transition at the top. Once you decide on your transition between current and previous picture, click on the arrow key at the bottom to move to the next image to set a transition. The last step before saving our story is the background music window. Here you can select a music or sound clip from your computer. Or you can even create a custom music by using the built-in music creator in Photo Story. So let's try adding a music to our story from our computer. We'll click on Select Music and locate a music file on our computer. Photo Story will accept audio files in WMA, MP3, and WAV files. Once I insert the music file, Photo Story will list some information about that file, such as title, artist, as well as its location on my computer. Notice where my music is added in my timeline. Photo Story added the music file from the beginning of my selected image. Let's add another music to our timeline. This time, we will use Create Music button. And we will lay this new music over our second and third image. So I will click on my second image and then click Create Music. The built-in music creator is a very nice tool where you can create copyright-free music easily in Photo Story. Just pick a genre, a style, bands, moods. You can increase the intensity or lower the intensity, and you can also play with your tempo. Click the play icon to preview. Once you're okay with your music, just click OK to add that to your timeline. As you can see, it was laid over my second and third image. So let's click preview to hear how our music sounds in our video. There is only one audio track in Photo Story, so it is not possible to stack several audio files up against each other. The inserted audio clips or sound files can only be placed in a linear fashion. In other words, they won't overlap, and once they're inserted, you cannot move them either. However, you may delete a music and reinsert it if necessary. To delete a music, use the Delete Music button. The only control that you have over your music is the ability to insert your audio or music where a picture starts. Another control is the ability to adjust volume level. By the way, we absolutely recommend setting your music's volume very low so that your voiceover or narration can be clearly heard. Click Next when you're done. The final step is saving your story. To save your story, you have several options available. We recommend saving your story to playback on your computer, which is a default option in Photo Story. This default profile is called Profile for Computer 2 with 640 by 480 resolution. This setting would produce a medium quality video with relatively small file size. So we recommend the default profile in Photo Story, which is Profile for Computer 2 with 640 by 480 resolution for a typical digital story. If you need, you can always increase the quality settings of your video in Photo Story. Click Setting under Quality Settings to see available options. Don't forget, the higher the display size or the resolution of a story, the higher the video quality will get. High resolutions would also mean increased file size. So depending on your need and size limitations, you can choose a profile that fits your needs. Before you create your video, you can specify the location and file name of your story. As you can see, the final product will be in WMV format. To create your video, click Next. Let Photo Story to run and render your video. Once completed, you will be able to play your video. Different than creating your video, there is also Save Project option in Photo Story. This option is for editing your project later. Photo Story would save your project in WP3 format. So let's save our project and compare the two different file formats and how they run. I will exit Photo Story 3 and then take a look at my recorded files. This file is in photo story format with extension of .wp3. This file, on the other hand, is a video file. It's in the format of .wme. So when I click on the photo story editable format, it will start my photo story, and I'm gonna have all of my elements such as pictures and music available, and I can further edit them. When I click on my digital story file, which is the video file, it's going to play this video. However, this video is not editable. In order to edit this video, you need to start Photo Story file and do your edits in Photo Story 3.